So how do you prepare for the future design? And I would go back to saying, first, we have to see the problems of the day, which is, of course, sustainability and resiliency and aesthetic consolation, which I think gets lost a lot. How do you prepare for the future? Well, you think about the ways. Is it a scientific solution? Is it a technology solution? Is it a humanistic solution? Is it a political solution? I think the beauty of design is you're bringing all those things together. Design is actually a multidisciplinary field. For me personally, I emphasize a lot the aspect of making things that are heirlooms, to consider the materials. And of course, you have to consider the environmental aspects of the materials, which they did even in olden time. But you also have to deal with craftsmanship. And I know that's very dear to your heart. And I think craftsmanship is an aspect in design that is maybe one of the most important things, not to prioritize, but that brings longevity. You will recycle and upcycle something that has craftsmanship because the human hand has a value that I think we intrinsically feel. We have to have craftsmanship. We have to have technology that works, that's going to last, that can be restored. And the next one is, of course, we have to have some kind of human interaction resonance, whether that's an aesthetic of technology. So I think that aesthetic resonance, aesthetic consolation, and I say consolation in the sense that, again, we can have an object that solves a functional problem, but that's just not enough. So what I think, if you say, so what do we tell students today? Well, we tell them to find their voice and find what they want to say. Honestly, don't take yourself too seriously. Let's have a little sense of humor about ourselves a little bit. That's age talking. You brought up a word that I think you didn't bring up the word, but you brought up an aspect, which is empathy. The idea of empathy is super important, and I think that's I'm not sure you can teach empathy. You can teach techniques for arriving at a certain intellectual understanding of these things, but empathy comes from human interaction. Empathy means you're recognizing someone else's being, what they need, how they're reacting in real time to something. And it's a super, super interesting aspect of design, I think.